Good evening, everyone. I'm here now with the second chapter of your mathematics, right? So, what we are going for today now, we are going for exercise 4.2. And what's the name of the topic? It is simple equations. I hope you people have done it very well. I hope you people have done it very well. So what it was, just the thing was, I can easily say that the way when you are a student of a very smaller class, which is of KG or 1, what is taught to you along with the number, along with the figure, the word is also taught to you, right? The word is also taught to you. What that word is? It is number name, right? The same way when we started yesterday, what it was writing down the equation, writing down the equation in a particular way, right? And what it was, just writing down in a sequence. The equation was given, you had to write it, you had to write it in that equation, and when it was written in the statement, you have to write in the equation form. When it was there in the form of word, so write an equation, just opposite. Written equation, you had to change into word, and statements means word means statement. And when it was there in the form of statement and word, you just went through in the form of equation. Why is it called so? Why is it required? That comes the most important thing. Because yesterday, what we started with, I just give a recap of that. What we started with yesterday, you just find here. First, we went through that how to put a value, right? When we go for exercise 4.1, we get to know how to put the value of any kind of equation. But before that, I just want to make you understand what is equation. It is a combination of numbers like digits along with the letters. That is called equation, right? So here what you found in question number 1, x plus 3 is equal to 0 and the value of x is given. So when the value of x is given, you are there in a situation to find how to solve it, right? How to find out the value. If the value is already given, how to solve it. That's the easiest way. Second, you went through how to write any kind of equation in a statement form, right? When you go for the third number, what happens? When you go for the third number, it was talking about the trial error formula. So how to go for the trial and error formula? You just go for solving it. Now question number 4 and 5, just opposite to each other. Statement is given. Statement is given to you, and what you need to find out? You have to write it into equation. Then equation is given, you have to write it in the form of statement. So that was so easy for everybody. That was so easy going on, like equation to statement and statement to equation. That was the easiest one. But the most important part it was, you know what? Every time it is told that when we go for the study part, or when we have to reach to some place, or you have to go upstairs, what you need to focus on? Step by step. If we don't go step by step, we may fall also, right? The same applies here. So first we went through all these things. The last question is question number 6. What it is talking about? Everything you went through. Now, again, the statement is given and you have to write it in the form of equation. Why equation? Because if you are there in a situation to form equation, then only you are able to solve it, right? So the first step we have covered. We have gone through the first step, that was how to write the equation from the statement, right? So question number 6 taught us how to write in the form of equation. Now, if you have got the equation, how to solve it, that comes the most important thing, right? How to solve it. So now question number, like next exercise is talking about solving an equation. So what is this next? This is the next step we need to follow, right? So whenever we go for equation, we have to follow few things, because whenever you go for addition or divide, or when you go for multiplication, that time also you know that the terms are already given to you, right? The terms are already given to you, that this is the dividend, this is the quotient, this is the remainder, right? The same applies here. that when we are going for equation, we have to focus on what are the terms to be used here. So what are the terms to be used here? Just let me give you an example that I'm just taking one example here, and what the example is 4x plus 2 is equal to 5. Okay, this is the equation. Fine. So what I want to make you understand about the terms. So when we go for the first term, let's go for the first term. The first term is, I just divided into two parts. You just see here, there is given equals to, right? When it is given equals to, what is there in between? Equals to, and after equals to, there is something towards our left side and something towards our right side, right? So when I'm here, or you can see this screen, you can easily find what is there to your left side and what is there to the right side. So what is left and right side is what? Towards, from, equation, from, equals to. So what you find here, equals to is written here. And what is to the left of the equals to? It is 4x plus 2, right? What is to the left of it is called LHS. Okay, what? Left hand side. LHS, left hand side. Why? Because it is towards the left side of the equals to, right? Now what is towards the right side? So whatever is there towards the right side, we call it RHS, right hand side, right? So these are two basic terms we need to focus on. First step, I told you that what are the terms to be used. So the first term to be used is LHS and RHS. Right, very good, correct answer. It is LHS and RHS that you learned in class 6 also. Now, second thing what I want to tell you is these are what I want to say, that these are the very basic things. If we know the basic things, then only we have to go for, right? So I am just going through a basic rule. Okay, LHS and RHS. When we go for LHS and RHS, what we find here? Why did I draw a line here? Because it is the equals to sign, right? I went through the equals to sign and it is going for LHS and RHS. Fine. So now the thing comes, there is a very basic rule, because whenever, sometimes it happens that whenever you are going to cook something, you just need to mix it up all together. There is one option. And second option is one by one, and one by one, you have to put in the ingredients, right? The same applies here. If you want to find out the value of any number, what happens here? You have to convert it into L to R. R to L means L to R means left hand to right hand and right hand to left hand. So now let me tell you how to go for it. If any number which is there in plus sign in LHS means left hand side, it is showing plus sign. When we have to take it to the right hand side. So when you take it to the right hand side, it will be minus. If it is minus, it will be plus when it goes to that side. Means what I want to say, if it is plus 5 in LHS and you want to take it to this side, you want to take it to the right hand side, it will become minus 5. When it is minus 6, when it is minus 6 towards the left hand side, it will just be opposite to that. It will be plus 6, right? If it is multiply 7, it will become divide 7. So why to write divide this way? What will write? I'll write instead of that, I'll write I'll write here 1 by 7, right? The same applies here. If it is divide 7, so we'll multiply it over here. But divide sign will not be written this way. It can be written this way or it can be written this way. So if it is divide, if 7 is there at the division side, so when I take it here, it will go up. Means denominator will become the numerator and numerator will become the denominator, right? What I want to make you understand, plus will become minus, minus will become plus because it is just going opposite to it. Multiply will become divide and divide will become multiply. So what you find here, it is totally opposite to it. Totally opposite to it. So, but before going to start with it, I just want to give you, yes, sure, I'll repeat it. Don't worry. So what I want to say, that whenever we go for equation, yes, just hold on. I'm just explaining everything. Okay, don't worry at all. That's why before going to start with it, the most important part is to understand the concept. If you understand the concept, it will be very easy for you, right? So what I told, there are two terms, LHS and RHS, right? So what is LHS? Left hand side, and the other is right hand side, right? Because whenever we go for equation, what is there? It is having the letters, it is having the numbers, along with that it is having equal sign, the sign of equals to, right? So here what happens, whenever we have to solve the equation, the best part comes, how can we solve it? Let me tell you first, how can we solve it? So if the number is given 2x plus 4 is equal to 5, how can we solve it? If I need to find out the value of x, how to find out? Leave it here, and rest everything should go to right hand side. Then only we can find the value of x. Got it? So when, if I want to find out the value of x, let me tell you, if I want to find out the value of x, whatever extra is there, whenever we have something extra, what we need to do, we just throw it out. The same applies here. We are just going to throw it out. I need to find out the value of x. So what is extra here? It is extra 2, it is extra 4. So whatever is extra here, I have to shift it another side, because it is not a waste. When it is not a waste, I cannot throw it in the dustbin. So what I'll do, I'll shift it to another one, because it is also the part of the equation. Means it is also the family member. So when somebody is a family member, we provide the person a different room instead of throwing the person out, right? So here what I'm doing, I have to find out the value of x here. What I'll do, rest all should be taken to the right hand side. Everything except x, everything should be taken that side. So now, how to go for it? The best part is, the most important part is how to go for it. If it is plus sign here, it will become minus that. If it is minus sign here, it will become the plus sign here, right? This is very easy. If it is plus 4 and I want to shift it to the right hand side, it will be minus 4. If it is minus 4, I'll shift it this side towards the right hand side, it will be plus 4. Another side comes. If it is plus 4 this side and I want to shift it to this side, it will be minus 4. If it is minus 4 this side and I want to shift it to another side, it will be plus 4, right? So plus minus concept is very clear. I hope everybody, it is clear with you. If it is clear, just let me know, so that I can start with the multiplication and division also, right? So I hope it is clear to you all, and waiting for the message that yes, you are done with it, right? Now let me tell you, now let me take you to multiplication and divide. So what do you find here? Multiply 5. So you also know, when there is a number given and it is there in the multiplication form, it is invisible. One mentioned here, right? One is invisible here. What I want to say, if it is multiply 5, any number multiply 5, one is always used as denominator here, right? One is always used as denominator here, right? So when I want to shift it to this side, when I want to shift it to the right hand side, what will happen? What will happen here? This is 1, which is the denominator, and this is 5, which is the numerator, right? This is 1, which is the denominator. This is 5, which is the numerator. What will happen when I shift it to this side? The whole number, denominator will go up and numerator will go down. So what it will be? It is 5 here, but when I shift it that side, it will be 1 by 5. Why 1 by 5? Because there is 1 as denominator here. If it has nothing, means 1 as denominator. Because you also know very well, we can easily convert a number into fraction. So what I did, I converted this number 5 into a fraction, right? So what happened? It became this way. When I go for divide, if it is divide by 4, any number, if it is divide by 4. So what is here? Again, it is having 1 by the last, right? So it will not be this way. Actually, it will be this way, because whenever we write, divide line and this particular line is always parallel to each other, right? So here, let me tell you, if you write it this way, it will be wrong. If you write it this way, it will be wrong. The correct way is draw a line in the center and here. So what you find here? 4 by 1. Now you have to change it. You have to shift it. Actually, no need to change it. You have to shift it to the right hand side. So when you want to shift it to the right hand side, this will go up and this will come down. I can say it will go for the cross. It will just go for crisscross. So what it will be? If it is divided by 4, then it will be 1 by 4. Because 4 was the numerator that side, and this side it will be the denominator. Right? I hope you people got it. Right? I hope you people got it. That how the multiplication and division is being done. Because when we are going for solving equation, we have to go for all the 4 kinds. Now let me take you to another thing. It is 3x mentioned. Okay, 3x is mentioned. You also know 3x means 3 into x, right? Both are same. This and this is totally same. 3x, whether you mention it 3x or you mention it 3 into x, the meaning is totally same. 3 times x, right? 3 times x. It is correct. Now you know that as it is here multiplication sign. So what it will be? When it is multiplication sign here, what I'll do? I'll just take, this is multiplication means 1 is at the down, 1 is down here. So what will happen? X is equal to 1 by 3. Why it happened? Because what I said, it is 3x, right? It is 3x mentioned. What to do now? I want x to be this side. Then only I can find out the value of 3. Sorry, then only I can find out the value of x, right? So when I need to find out the value of x, rest everything should be shifted out. Where will it be shifted? And undoubtedly, there is only left hand side and right hand side. So I'll shift it to the right hand side. So how will I do? I'll just shift it to the right hand side. And how to do? This is there in the multiplication sign. So this is 3 as a numerator here. I will not write it here. Remember, I will not write these things. I will just assume. I will just understand that it is the reality. It is the thing mentioned here. So what I'll do here? 3 is here in the multiplication. So that side it will go and it will be the denominator. So 3, which was a numerator here, it became the denominator here, right? Numerator here, it became the denominator here. Now comes, I just take you another one. X by 5 is mentioned. Now you have to go for it. X by 5 is mentioned. So what I'll do? X by 5 is mentioned. So what I'll do? I will just shift it that side. Correct? It is done. It is in denominator. I'll shift it to as numerator. So this is finally solved. Okay. Now I just take you people to the equation. Equation. How to go for it. How to solve any kind of equation, that I just want to take you now. 3x plus 5 is equal to 9. I have just taken a question, right? So how to solve it? What I told you, 1 by 1, shift it. Because if you shift everything together, they will become angry. Let me tell you, if there are a number of guests at your place and you want everybody to leave your house, and you say, please leave, they will mind, right? But what to do? One by one. One by one. Remember, if your guests are there at home and you want everybody to leave, you cannot tell everybody to live together. One by one. The same applies here. Every number cannot be shifted all together, cannot be shifted all together. What you need to do, step by step. What is away, shift it out. What is the very close one, shift it the last, right? So what I'll do, this is 3x. What is left here? 5. I want to take 5 that side. So I will take 9 here. Whatever is there already mentioned, I'll take. This is plus 5. So when this is plus 5, it goes to the right hand side. It will be minus 5, right? Now what I'll do, I'll solve it first. 3x is equal to 9 minus 5 is equal to 4, right? Now what is left? Very close friend of x. Very close friend of x. But the problem is it cannot take it, because if it is there, it can x cannot live in its own room. So x has to find its importance also. So what I'll do, x is here and 3 is as the numerator. So what I'll do, 4 by 3. Why? Because 3 is the numerator here, so it will be the denominator here. So what happens? X is equal to 4 by 3. Just giving you the example again, how to do it. Plus will become, step by step, one friend first out. So plus will become minus 3x is equal to, because I have to solve it, that's why I wrote 3x as it is. It is 4. So x is equal to 4 by 3. So you just see, first I have to write down the equation, then one by one step to be followed. One is taken by, then go for the next friend. So 5 is problem solved till here, the whole solution done. Then I'll take the next one, then I'll take the next one. So this way you can find one by one, and one by one I can take all the friends away. Then only I can live in my house. The same x has done that. First it has taken 5 away, then solve it out, because if you're taking somebody away, so please park the person in the car now. Tell the person to sit in the car, say bye bye to that person. So what I did, when the you have said bye bye to 5, that's why I did 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. So all the solution related to 9 and 5 is done. So you're done with that. Now you come back and then do the work with 3, which is very close, huh? So x is equal to 4 by 3. Why 4 by 3? Because 3 is here, the at the place of numerator. It is here at the place of numerator, and now it goes to the place of denominator. Right? I hope you people understood it well. If yes, just let me know. If yes, let me know, so that I will give you some work and you can solve it yourself right now. Fine? Let's go for it. You may have a feeling, oh my God, what ma'am has told me to do. It can be very tough. But let me tell you, exercise 4.1, you did the same. Exercise 4.1, question number 1, it was the same. The value of x was given and something was given toward the left hand side, and something was given to right hand side. And what you had to do, you just had to solve it, right? Right hand solution one side, left hand solution one side. And finally, what you're doing, here you are just checking whether it was right or wrong, whether it was equal or not. The same you're going to do here, right? The same you're going to do here. So let's see what is the kind of thing it is given. But it is just like bacha type. Why bacha type I say? Why bacha type I say? Because this time number is not given. Sorry, letters is not given. Only the number is given. So just see what the question is. Oh my God. If you have gone through this kind of question, I think you are easily able to go for this kind, right? No need to find out anything. The thing is, you just have to solve it. So what you have to do, this is LHS is equal to 8 minus 3. So what is the solution? Answer 5. RHS 4 plus 1, okay, is equal to 5. So what you find here? LHS is equal to RHS, right? So what you did? LHS, 8 minus 3, all together do the solve. RHS do the all work, all together are done. And finally you are able to complete it, right? So what you have to do? The question is given 8 minus 3, 4 plus 1. So first solve LHS, okay? First solve LHS, then solve RHS, and then find whether LHS is equal to RHS or not. LHS solve, then solve RHS, then you have to check whether LHS is equal to RHS or not. So when you are able to find, mention it that yes, LHS is 5, RHS is 5, so both are same, right? So both are same, so undoubtedly I can say LHS is equal to RHS. But if it is not same, what you need to do? LHS is not equal to, LHS is not equal to RHS. It's done. Now let me take you to the exercise. What extreme and what things are there in the exercise, which may be very interesting, right? Now I've just take you to exercise number because I have always told we'll go for the example first. So first I want to take you people to the example. Let's see what the example is talking about. Undoubtedly it's so easy. Undoubtedly, it is very easy because one type of example we have gone through 8 minus 3 and 4 plus 1. Now I want to take you to the actual equation, what we are going to talk about. You just solve question number 5A and let me know what is the correct answer. Let me know the correct answer of this one. Please solve it now. I'm waiting for your answer. But let me tell you how many steps? One by one by one by. Okay. Let's take one. Let's say bye to it. Let's take another. Say bye to it. Let's take one. Bye to it. Let's take two. Bye to it. Okay. Just solve it and let me know what is the answer. What should be the answer here? Just let me know. It is 3n plus 7 is equal to 25. What I gave you? Example number 5, question number A. Example number 5, question number A. You first do it and after that, I will go through the step. And then you have to check whether your steps are like you have used all the proper steps or not. Is it? Check it once. Check it once whether your answer is correct or not. The answer is wrong there. Don't be in a hurry and try to solve it. Okay? Don't be in a hurry and try to solve it. No problem at all. I'm just here. Do first step first. Where what? 7, solve, then 3, go for it. 7, solve, then 3, go for it. Be very careful finding out the answer. Have patience and take your time, then submit. Okay? Take your time, then give it to me. I just want to check whether your answers are correct or not. 3n plus 7 is equal to 25. Let's see what is the answer. No. Okay, first step. Very good. First step, very good. Very good. Let's go for the next step. First step I've got. First step is given. So I'm just taking that first step. The first step is 25 minus 7, right? I'll solve it also. So how to solve it? Don't leave 3n. Don't leave 3n. What it will be? 18. So 3 steps done. First step is the question itself, equation itself. Second step, I have taken 7 out. And then third step, I have solved it, right? Second step, 7 out. Then taken saying bye-bye to it, right? Saying bye-bye to it means what? You have to solve it, the whole. So when you're done with this, what will be the next step? Just waiting for your answer. What is the next step now? Very good. Okay, okay. Correct, correct. No, 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 no. there is a mistake, slight mistake. It's not 3 by 18 because 18 is already a numerator and we are not going to touch it, right? Because 18 has not reached to n's house, which is there. Yes, correct. Very good. So the next step is n is equal to 18 by 3. It would be by mistake. Typing error also comes. That's good. Really. You people have got a very good idea like how to use phone and how to type on it. That's perfect. So now we have 18 by 3. What will be the next? Yeah, I understood. It is by mistake. Right. Very good. So now it is 18 by 3. I know somebody has gone out. You have taken the person out of your house. You have to say bye-bye also, right? So just say bye-bye to 18 by 3. How to say bye-bye? 3 ones are 3 and 3 6 are 6. Very good. So what the answer comes? Answer is 6 here. 18 by 3, then we have to solve it also now. 3 6 are 18. So 3 ones are 3 and 3 6 are 18. How did I do so? I've taken 3 ones are 3, 3 6 are 18. So 6 comes the answer. So finally, is there any other step left? Yes. One more step is left. What is that? Hence I can say hence. This is called hence. 3. One dot to the top and two dots at the bottom. This is called hence. One dot at the top and two dots at the bottom. Hence, n is equal to 6. Answer. Every time when we go for maths, it's very important to write down the last step. And what is the last step? Answer. Hence, n is equal to 6. Answer. Right? I hope you people have done it. Now let me take you to the next one. B number, you can do it yourself, right? Undoubtedly, you can go for it. Remember, dear children, following the step is very important. If you leave a single step, what will happen? You may fall down. And undoubtedly, why fall down? What is the meaning of falling down here? It's not that you're going up the stairs and you're falling down. Not at all. Falling down means you may commit mistake. Remember, only one mantra, जो घर पे गेस्ट आता है पहले उसको घर से बाहर जाने दो, फिर उसको टाटा बाय बाय कर दो, उसके बाद दूसरे गेस्ट को एंटरटेन करना, राइट? व्हाट टू डू? लेट द गेस्ट आउट, बाय बाय, देन एंटरटेन विद द नेक्स्ट वन. मींस व्हाट? एक को बाहर भेजो, नंबर को बाहर भेजो, राइट हैंड साइड में भेजो, देन उसको सॉल्व करो, उसको बाय बाय कर दिया मींस उसको सॉल्व कर दो, फिर दूसरे नंबर को बाहर भेजना है. If you're not doing that, you may commit a mistake. सारी चीजें एक साथ नहीं कर सकते. Let me just give you an example. The question was what? 3n. What was that question? I even forgot. The question was 3n plus 7 is equal to 25. 3n plus 7 is equal to 25. I want to tell you, अगर उसको बाय बाय नहीं किया तो क्या प्रॉब्लम आएगी, देख लो. I can easily write n is equal to 25 plus है तो वो minus हो जाएगा, and ये 3 multiply है तो ये divide हो जाएगा. Only two steps. What I did, 18 by 3, cut here, and I got this answer. Answer is correct. But as the steps have been missed, I have missed the steps, so it will be wrong. It's very important for everybody that when you're going for step by step, when you're going for the equation, never leave a single step. If you don't leave a single step, then only you can go for it. Second thing, what things we follow? First thing, plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, that we know. Second thing, go step by step. And what is the third thing? Which is very easy. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, divide should be done properly. Else, 18 by 3 will be 5. 18 by 3 will be 7. It will create a problem for you. So what is the basic? Every day you go for questions and find out the answer. Right? So now here, let's go for exercise 4.2, and it's going to be very easy for you. I'll give you some questions to solve and please revert back to me. Right? You know what? Wow, so nice the questions are. Question number 1. Give first the step you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. It's the same now. First, the step you will use to separate the variable, then solve the equation. What to do? Undoubtedly, first step is what? Question number 1A. Focus on question number 1A. Very good. Very good. Question number 1A. What is the first step? X will remain here. 1 will go that side. And 1 is in minus. 1 is having minus integer, negative integer. So when it will go to the right hand side, it will be plus. So second step, first step will be 0 plus 1. And what will be the second step? The second step will be solve it. It is only telling that use the separate. First step you will use to separate the variable. So what kind of first step I am using? It is written x minus 1 is equal to 0. So first step will be x is equal to 0 plus 1. This is the step. And then it is telling to solve it. Undoubtedly, I will solve it and I will find out the correct answer here. Right? So what you are doing? It's a very simple one. Go for the step and solve it. Right? So we went through question number 1. I hope you don't have any doubt. Yes, I want you people to solve question number H of number 1. Question number H of question number 1. Please solve it and let me know what is the correct answer. But please, I want the step by step. Send it to me step by step. What is the first step? How to separate the variable. So how are you going to separate the variable? Let's see. Let's see how do you separate the variables. I want to check that first, right? Send me first step, how to separate the variable. And second step will be solve the question. So just I'm waiting for your answer. Let me know. Yes, let me know. I'm waiting. Do it fast. Y plus H number 1H. Y plus 4 is equal to minus 4. What is the first step? Just let me know what is the first step. No. Be very conscious. Oh, yes. Correct, correct. I didn't see that minus 1. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm waiting for others to answer. Y plus 4 is equal to minus 4. What is the correct answer? What is the first step? RHS will remain the same. LHS should be shifted to the RHS, right? RHS will remain the same and LHS should be shifted to the next side. Correct? So just go for it. I'm waiting for others to answer. Just answer. So whosoever has given the first step can give me the second step answer also, right? Give me the final answer. First step, if you have given the first step, you go for the second step now. Go for the second step, right? Let's see what is the correct answer. Because question number 1 only talks about the plus and minus sign. Because what I told you, what is the plus and minus sign? So you have to go first for the plus sign and then minus sign, right? Then question number 2 is talking about the multiplication and divide sign. So that is the next step. Waiting for an answer. Right. What is the correct answer? Where? Oh, yes. Perfect answer. Perfect. Very good. Now I just need to take you people to the question number 2. One number was plus and minus, so we went for that. Question number 2 is what? It is talking about the multiply and divide, right? Multiply and divide. So whatever is the numerator will become the denominator, and whatever is the denominator will become the numerator. That is only the concept. So let's go for it. Whatever is the numerator will become the denominator. Means the question is 3L is equal to 42. What is 3 here? Because I need to shift 3 only. 3 is a number. I have to shift it 3. I have to shift 3 to the RHS side, right? So 3 is the numerator here. So what will be the next step? The next step will be L is equal to 42 by 3. Because 3 was a numerator here, and now when it goes to the RHS point, it will be denominator, right? Is it n? Reciprocal. Very good. Very correct answer. It will be the reciprocal. No, 3 is equal to not 9. N. N is equal to 3. Remember, when you mention it 3 is equal to 9, it will be wrong. Because you have to find out the way. If you get this kind of thing now, you just make a change here. N is equal to 3. Because whichever item, whichever letter you want to find out, whichever equation you want to solve, the remaining should be there to the LHS side, or never to the RHS side. Remember, this is the letter. It should always be there this side. If it has come, if you have solved it, and if you have come to this side, you have to shift it to the LHS side. Hence, you can say hence n is equal to 3. Okay. So remember, if you mention it 3 is equal to n, shift it. N is equal to 3. There is no meaning to change, right? Why? 3 is also plus sign, 9 is also plus sign. Here also there is no change. What I did, left hand whole and right hand whole changed. So when I change the left to right and right to left, it is not going to change anything. Now next question is, n by 7 is equal to 3. Another equation I give you. What you find here? F7 is what? It is the denominator. 7 is the denominator here. So what will happen? When you shift it this side, it will be the numerator, right? So what it will be? N by 7 is equal to 3. So what it will be? N is equal to 3 multiplied by 7. Why multiply by 7? Because 7 was the denominator here. And now when I shift it to this side, it will be the numerator. So N will be is equal to 21, right? Now I just take you to question number 3. Give the steps you will use to separate the variable, then solve the equation. What else we are going to do? We are going to solve the same now. First, we'll follow the steps and then we will solve it. Give the steps you will use to separate the variable. What does it mean by variable? What does it mean by variable? Whatever the part is already given now, that is a letter, that is a number. So letter is a variable. So when you want to separate the variable, what you need to do? Just shift it one by one and solve it. So it just don't go for any kind of confusion. Don't get confused. Oh my God, what this question is talking about? It's talking about the same which you are doing, right? Whatever you are doing, it is talking about the same thing. So what is question number 3? Just similar to question number 1. Question number 1 was talking about minus and plus. Yes, very good. So question number 1, minus plus. Question number 3, minus plus. But here, there is something mixed. So what that question comes? Let's see. I just take you question number 2C. 2C, it is 20p by 3 is equal to, the question is given 20p by 3 is equal to 40, right? 20p by 3 is equal to 40. This is only given. 20p by 3 is equal to 40. How to solve it now? Let's see. 20p by 3 is equal to 40. How to do? You just check. What is the variable here? The variable is p. Whatever is left here, I'll go through it. First, I'll take 20p because it is very close friend to it. So 40 into 3. Why 3? Multiply 3 because 3 is in divide. Okay, 3 is the denominator. So I'll take it and multiply. Then p will be what? 40 multiplied by 3 by 20. 40 multiplied by 3 by 20. Just solve it. How to solve it? 0, 0, cut. Or you can easily say 21s are, 22s are. 21s are and 22s are. So what you find here? 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. What I did? Another way to solve it, very easy. 20p by 3 is equal to 40. How to do? P is equal to directly 40 multiplied by 3 by 20. Done. Solve it now. 21s are 22s are 2 3s are 6. I got the answer. Right? Do you have any problem in this question? I hope no. Still, if you have any confusion, I'm there to solve it. So if you are there to solve question number 3, question number 4 is without telling you. Don't give the step, but I want to know, without showing the step, can you solve it? Because question number 4 is not talking about the same. Solve the following equations. You know what I told you, step by step. So in question number 1, 2 and 3, it made a habit for you that first you write in the step form. Step. Separate the variable, that is the step. Separate the variable, that is the step. Means if there are two variables, separate it. One variable separate, another variable separate, then solve it. Undoubtedly, we'll do the same. So what was it? Question number 4. What is this question number 4? Question number 4 is here when you are well capable to first separate the variable and then you go for solve it. Right? The same you are going to apply. The same is here. The same you are going to apply. Right? So I hope there is no doubt. But I'm just waiting for you people to give me one answer. Solve question number J. Question number 4, sub question J. And the question is 2q minus 6 is equal to 0. Question is 2q minus 6 is equal to 0. Please solve it and let me know the answer. 2q minus 6 is equal to 0. What is the answer now? Solve it, but please write down the first step, then go for the second step, go for the third step. Then let me know. Don't give me only the answer. Don't give me only the answer. I'm asking for the first step, then second step. Because first step I have written. What is the first step? Write down the question. Right? Write down the question is your first step. Because if you don't write down the question, you cannot solve it. Right? Else, whatever we start solving, that is called as the first step. But I am telling you, the first step is first write down the equation. So first you write down the equation first. Write down the equation first, which I have already written. So what is the second step? What is the next step now? Go for it. First step is that. Very good. 2q minus 6 is equal to 0. Which is the second step? First step I got. Very good. Which is the second step? Okay. I got it. Yeah, I might be late for it. But now you can send it to me, right? Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes I make stories, right? So go for it. Now give me the first step. How did you solve it? Give the first step, second step, third step, and then give me the final answer. Let's see what is the correct answer. I'm waiting for your answer. 2q minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the first step. What is the next step? 2q is equal to 0 plus 6. Second step, right? What is the third step? Very good. Which is the next step? Next step will be 2q is equal to 0 plus 6. Means what I told you, say tata bye bye. So 0 plus 6 comes 6. Very good. Very good. Correct answer. And what is the next one? What is the next one? That is q is equal to 6 by 2. 2 ones are and 2 threes are. That comes the answer 3. So what is q? The value of q. Very good. Perfect answer. Yes, I got. Now you people are there in a situation to complete each and every equation. You can solve any of the equation. That's very good. That's very good. Fine. So now just let me take you people to the another one. And here you find that almost we are done with exercise 4.2, right? Perfect. Q is equal to 3. Correct answer. So the next exercise talks about many more things. We'll go for it later, not for today. For today, we are done with it but let me tell you very important. If you go for each and every equations carefully, then only you can solve it. Because when we go for the second and third step, staircase, second and third step, and you want to come back to it, it becomes very difficult, right? So if our first and second and third step is totally clear, then we can go for some difficulty level also, because we have already practiced on it, right? We have already practiced on it. So undoubtedly we can solve it. Is it? So I hope you have understood. So if you are just leaving the class now, you can leave the class now. Just give a thumb and give a like to this video, and you can just leave it. Okay. Thank you so much. And I hope you people complete this work along with the example, because example is also having a number of questions given and you can solve each and every question now. Right. So by the time, thank you so much and take care.